Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Hope you guys liked the last one, and I hope you guys will like this one too. In this video, I just want to go over the split step. It's pretty basic, it's like, standard fundamentals of tennis, but it's super important, I think, in anything that you do, really. The fundamentals are always the key points. That's something that I aim to focus on whenever I'm training. I think it'll help a lot of people out, for them to focus on it too. You know, um, I think there's a huge importance when it comes to split steps because that's when you're reacting to when your opponent's hitting the shot, right? If you have a good reaction, it's going to help you get there a little bit faster, or get there a bit smoother. Your first step, it's super important. You think about like racing, the start, how important the start is. For tennis, that's the split step. It's, where you make your first step, it's where you make your decision. Backhand, forehand, left, right, forward, back. Do I need to go deep? Do I need to come short? What kind of ball am I getting? That's when you um, process everything that happened after your opponent has just hit the ball. So we're gonna watch Djokovic and Zverev here, and we're gonna see how they do it. And this is just them, rallying practice points. Nothing too crazy. Let's just skip to when they start playing. So right here, it's nothing special. They just started rallying, but you can see every time Zverev hits the ball hit, Djokovic has this little mini step, right? Because the split step, it doesn't have to be too big. Even when they're going big rallies, they don't make this huge jump. you know it's pretty small, pretty subtle. And you see here, it's super subtle with Djokovic here. If you look over here, even Zverev, you know landing on 2 feet there every time Djokovic hits the ball. Boom. Right there. Right. So right now, they're, like I said, just small rallies. It's nothing special. They're just deciding, all right, am I hitting a backhand or am I hitting a forehand? Pretty simple stuff, and that's a shank. It's good to know that the pros do that too, and it's not just me. um, but yeah, it's pretty standard stuff. Let's see if we can get into. All right, let's see Zverev, I guess. Here, split, yeah, split. And there's always a step after the split. You don't want to just. I see some people, they'll just split, kind of stand there for a second. It's split and move. That's something you really want to focus on. Split and move. You always want to have some kind of action. Even if the ball's like coming right at you perfectly, you don't want to like make the split something kind of like slow. You want it to be a reaction to what's going on. See, split, and then he puts that left foot forward a little bit, split, shuffle step over there. So you always want to have some kind of movement with your split step. Reacting, moving to the ball. And these guys, they got the timing down perfectly. If you're just starting out with tennis, then it might take a little bit to get the timing down for it to feel natural. I remember when I first started my split step, it wasn't very natural at all. It felt awkward even, but you get the hang of it and it helps a ton. Let's see, baseline, forehands cross court, sure. Oh, this is weird. I've never seen it like this before. I want to get some with them moving. Maybe I'll do that later. This is good for now. But you can see here, like, especially Novak, he keeps his split step really small. It's not a big hop, shuffle step, something. And the thing with the split step is it doesn't have to be a little like standard hop, where they hit the ball and you jump in the air and you land. It can be anything really. Like if you're running and it's just something to match the contact. Every time your opponent is hitting the ball, some kind of step to match them hitting the ball so you can have a reaction to that. Just make sure you're landing when they're hitting the ball. That way you can have some kind of reaction. So if it's a shuffle, if they're running, or if you're running, like they get you wide off the court, and you're trying to recover, and you're sprinting, and you're running. They're gonna hit it to the other side. And you're just running. Just make sure that while you're running, one of your steps matches when they hit the ball. Or you can do what Novak just did here. He goes out, kind of splits, and then keeps running again, right? Like a little shuffle step in the middle of your run. So yeah, it can be anything really. You just have to make sure that you're stepping when the ball's being hit. Typically, you want to do split step, not like a shuffle or a crossover or something. Typically, split step. That's the best way to it's to maximize your reaction. And it gives you the most amount of options. But depending on the situation, that may change, and standard split step won't always be optimal. Wanna get some with them. What's the Bowdy drill? Or bow tie? Bowdy. Oh, the bow tie drill. Okay, I think this is gonna give me what I want. So let's look here. This is what I was talking about. He runs, splits, but he doesn't split. He kind of hops on one foot. You'll see here, hop on his right foot while Novak is hitting. Kind of like a little shuffle step. But that's what I'm saying. It doesn't have to be standard. If you're on the move, sometimes not the best to do a standard split step. I think also when you're getting a short ball, like they hit a drop shot or something, you don't want to do a standard split step. It's kind of just run and go, you know? So, I hope you understand what I'm saying here. I don't think I'm explaining it very well, but it's a pretty simple concept. You know, just, like I said before, it's standard stuff. Okay, change of direction. This is what I want to see. Like here, he didn't do a split step here, but it's just some kind of step to match the bounce. And that's the key. That's what's gonna make you a little bit faster, a little bit more steady when you get to the ball. Ooh, another shank. Hmm. Let's see. I'm just waiting to. There's something that I want to see. I'm wondering if they'll do it. Maybe he does it here. Backhand on this slice. Nope. See. Volleys and overheads. I want to see that, but okay, let me see here. Like this is just this warming up, so it's hard for me to find like real match examples. But you see here, like what I said before, depending on the situation, Djokovic here, he has a much wider base for the volleys than he would, for regular ground strokes, or if he's on the run on the defensive. So you have to find out what works, kind of test that out, watch the pros and see what they do. Serves. Also, you want to split, I think split step's probably the most important on the return. Okay. Because for the return, it's important because, the serves, I mean, it's the fastest shot. You have to react fast, and, serves, they can kick different. You don't know what to expect. So being able to do a good split step and get the best reaction possible, I mean, I think that's what makes Djokovic's return so good too. He has really nice split step and good timing on his return. They're only showing the server side. Oh, yeah. I want to see the return. But, it's pretty simple stuff. You should go try it out. I think that's the best way to learn this, not from a video. Okay, here, return. Because it's mostly just trial to get the hang of it, split, then react. It's important on defense, that's why it's important on the serve. I mean, you're not going to be returning Djokovic's serve and be attacking. I mean, some people do, but I don't think most people will. Any kind of defensive shot, you have to make sure you're split stepping. When you don't split step, I mean, typically it's going to be when you're on offense, you have time and you don't need to. You can see your opponent's clearly not going to be putting you in trouble, and you'll have time to react. But besides that, typically you want to be split stepping all the time. It's a nice shot. So, I mean, one thing though is when you're timing your split step, you want to make sure you're pushing off on the correct foot. See here, what I was thinking is that Zverev was going to split on his left foot here, because I figured Novak will be going this way, but you have to be watching your opponent. You have to be reacting to the ball. Don't time your split step to exactly when they're hitting the ball, so you're landing, then you don't have time to process what they're doing. Do it like a split second after. That way, while you're landing, you can see where the ball is headed and react to that. So you'll see here, Zverev is going to land and push off of his right foot because he can see that the ball's going this way. And because of that, he's able to react and hit a nice shot on Novak here. Boom. So that's really all I wanted to show you. See, Novak, it's a really wide base, kind of pushes his body through the ball on the return. He has one of the best returns on tour, so if there's someone that you want to copy, it'd be him. So yeah, that's it for this video. I hope it was helpful. If it was, subscribe, comment. If it wasn't, then comment. Let me know what I can do better. So yeah, thank you.